And so, even though the squirrel wasn't able to buy a dream, she realized that she could make her own beautiful dreams. That's it for the story today. Good night, Scald.
Thank you, Rata. Good night.
Rest up, Scald. You seem worn out lately.
Worn out? But I've been sleeping well. Still, thank you, Rata. You rest up too. I heard the teacher say recently that your vital signs haven't been so stable.
I'm fine. It's probably just all the extra training I've been getting assigned lately. I'll be fine after a good night's sleep, so don't worry about me, Scald. Good night again.
All right. Good night. Sleep doesn't mean rest. It refers to lying down in the chamber like this and replenishing your divine grace after your body's been overburdened from access key use. The teacher said that since we weren't originally able to use access keys, our bodies can't produce our own divine grace, so we have no choice but to do this regularly. Tomorrow, I'll get to hear the rest of the story from Rata. How did the squirrel get the ability to dream? The story jumps around so much that I just don't get it. The next day, Rata was dismantled. I watch as the teacher lifts Rata's arm, which was removed from her body, and loudly demands an explanation from the students around her.
We examined her and even reset her parameters. This shouldn't have happened.
Maybe it had something to do with her access key? Our research into that power is still incomplete, so we might have overlooked something by only considering her android functionality.
I don't want to hear your excuses. I trust you know what will happen if Project Forge Tower is exposed. How did she escape this time? Didn't CCTV cameras see anything?
She must have used her access key. All the footage from that time is gone.
The teacher looks really angry. She slams Rata's hand hard into the table, breaking it into pieces. Does this mean Rata won't be able to tell me stories anymore?
0705. You and 0703 were close, weren't you?
Yes. Rata would often tell me stories.
Then how does seeing her destroyed make you feel?
Feel? Why would I feel anything? The teacher never said that I have to feel something. 0704. Do you have feelings then? About Rata?
And I thought you were different from the others.
0704 turns away from me, seemingly not wanting to talk to me anymore. Speaking of which, this is the first time he's come up and talked to me. 0704 always stays in his room, being gloomy. He doesn't go out except for training and checkups, and he didn't talk to anyone other than Rata. 0704 was the last person to see Rata before she left, so the teacher had him thoroughly examined. Does 0704 wish he could hear more of Rata's stories too?
0704's physiological analysis is complete. Next is 0705. Come on, chop chop!
Check them thoroughly. We haven't confirmed whether 0703's anomaly is contagious. Subsequent oversights will not be tolerated.
Understood.
The White Rabbit told the squirrel about his vibrant dreams. This filled the squirrel with yearning. Why can't I dream? She thought to herself. The squirrel went to ask the owl, and the owl said, I can dream, but I disdain dreaming. Only reality is worth pursuing. Dreams are utterly insignificant. The squirrel recoiled at the owl's cold response. Refusing to accept it, she left to find another animal to ask. The wizened old goat told the squirrel about his dreams. Speaking at a leisurely pace, he recounted his dreams of reverie of bounding between rainbows. Just when the squirrel was about to ask the goat how to dream, she discovered he was already fast asleep. She then went on to ask the fox. The fox said, Sure, you can dream, but it will cost you. But the squirrel didn't have any money and could only abandon that idea.
Rata was taken away once before. Even though she'd forgotten a lot of things when she came back, she was still Rata and quickly went back to being her old self. But I really can't remember the things I've forgotten, like when I was awakened or why I exist. I always admired Rata for being able to remember those things. But it seems like Rata won't be coming back this time. Rata, I still wanted to ask you whether I understood yesterday's story correctly. I remember all the stories that Rata told me, but I don't understand most of them. Are fairy tales really that hard to understand? They're more confusing than the teacher's orders.